Well, as our CHCH 70th anniversary celebration continues, I'm going to show you a little fun we had on our media panel.
Listen, the media panel, the clips from the media panel have been great. What we haven't seen is the moderator of the media panel as much. It was Brian.
Yep.
He did a fabulous job doing this. And this is a little story from Brian, who once had a fan get a little too close.
Channel 11.
I would drive to the CN Tower with the story cut, running, driving like a fiend through downtown traffic. Imagine trying to do that now from Queen's Park to the CN Tower.
It'll be 3 days
and I would
later.
go up the tower. And on the elevator I had a special card to get in, zoom up to the top. At the top of the tower, there's a ring. And you can see it if you look at the tower, and it is canvas, and it's held in place by higher pressured air inside it than there is outside. And in that ring, I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be microwave gear. So I would go up, we had a tape machine up there, I'd stick the tape in the machine, and we'd beam it across the lake to the mountain, to our receiver on the mountain. I did that every day for, I think, 5 years. So I've been up the CN Tower thousands of times.
Al Sweeney and I went up to Ronnie Hawkins' house when Levon Helm died to interview him, and we're standing in the living room looking at all the pictures of Ronnie Hawkins with Clinton.
Everybody.
And everybody.
Yeah.
And as we're standing there, some people walked through the living room with Chinese food, and I looked, and it was Blue Rodeo, the band, coming through. And then Ronnie come in for the interview, and he goes, "I hope they got some of that wonton soup." It was just like, it was very surreal.
Ronnie's a character for sure.
Some of my most fun ones, I did entertainment before Alex came on board. We crossed over a little bit. I went on a 20th century junket, Fox junket, to New York City, and they'd set this up for entertainment reporters across the country, and interviewed the stars of two movies that had just come out, Romancing the Stone and Stone Boy. So I interviewed Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner and Danny DeVito and Robert Duvall, and I was so excited to meet Michael Douglas that I could hardly talk. And he put me at ease because he wore the same snakeskin boots that he had on in Romancing the Stone. And I had cowboy boots on at the time. Don't ask me why. It was like a fashion faux pas, I guess. But he kind of tapped his foot against my cowboy boot, and I immediately started laughing, and I relaxed. But that was probably the most exciting in a positive way and kind of relaxing, humorous way at the end. But
here all this time, I thought it was our trip that was the most exciting.
Oh, when we did the road trip?
Yeah, we
signing on to
did all
the
of Ontario.
transmitters?
Wow.
Yes, we did.
On TV tour.
Launching on TV.
Yes, so
yes.
We were up for what, 4 days, 5 days,
yes.
something like that?
Oh yeah, we were all over the province, and
It was
I
a
remember
nightmare.
the link opened while we were away. But we still covered the news from there on the big truck.
Yeah.
So we went to the live shot of the link opening, and then we went back to
I think we were
what
up
was
in North,
happening
Sudbury. Or
Sudbury, and
some
we were
such
in
place,
gold
I don't know.
mines and Timmins, and oh my
Timmins, yeah.
goodness.
I think the funniest thing was when I was doing Morning Live, it just made me really appreciate a bathroom. Like, oh my gosh. Rural areas that we would go for a fire, whatever the situation, and this is when we had News Now, so they'd be like, okay, no, you gotta stay on, you gotta do a 10 o'clock hit, you're going all the way to the noon show. I'm like, okay, I've been out here since 6 a.m., I gotta go. I was drinking a lot of coffee. This is probably TMI for the show, but I mean, like, those are the kind of funny memories that I have, is I could write a book on like the places I've gone.
I was out doing the 11 o'clock weather one night, and it was a Grey Cup night. And I can't remember, it might have been 1999 with the Tiger Cats won in 99. So I was on location downtown Hamilton on King Street for the 11 o'clock news, and of course the revelry was just mad. And camera person was with me. And we were right in the middle of just craziness, kind of around the Sheraton, McNabb Street, that area. So I'm doing the weather, concentrating on what's going on with this monitor that I can just see with the figures and everything. So I'm halfway through it, and all of a sudden, from behind, I'm tackled by a guy in a full-dress gorilla suit. Arms wrapped around me, hanging on, bouncing around, and I'm trying to do the weather. These are just some of the things that happen as you do live reports.
Channel Channel 11.
And the celebration continues tonight on the evening news at 6. We're going to hear from Dan McLean and Connie Smith as they look back at their time at the station. And tomorrow, we're catching up with the guy that used to sit beside me, Bob Cowan.
Yeah, and we're searching out that gorilla costume guy that tried to take down Brian. We need to find that footage.